Hi there, Norma Falconer here. Welcome to Think Capital. Today I'm going to be talking about self-managed superfunds and whether a self-managed superfund is right for you. The Australian Securities and Investment Commission withdrew their minimum balance for SMSF guidelines on the 8th of December 2022, where they suggested that a minimum balance of $500,000 was cost effective and have instead published Information Sheet 274, wherein it is stated that an SMSF should be recommended when the circumstances are appropriate for you. This comes off the back of research published by the SMSF Association, conducted by Rice Warner, which states that SMSFs with less than $100,000 worth of assets are not competitive with APRA-regulated funds. SMSFs of this size would only be appropriate if they were expected to grow fairly quickly. An APRA-regulated fund or public offer fund regulated by APRA is an industry or retail fund. And one of the benefits of APRA-regulated funds are that they can apply to the government for compensation and get resolution for disputes and complaints without paying fees, while SMSFs cannot. SMSFs with between $100,000 and $200,000 worth of assets can be competitive with APRA-regulated funds, provided the trustees use the cheapest service providers or undertake a number of administration services themselves. By competitive, Rice Warner do not imply that SMSFs are the cheapest, but only that their costs are within the same range as the fees of APRA-regulated funds. SMSFs with more than $200,000 worth of assets can be more competitive than APRA-regulated funds, even where the trustees outsource all administration functions, provided they use one of the cheaper suppliers. SMSFs with values of $500,000 and above are generally the cheapest alternative. It's also clear from the analysis that SMSFs that do not invest in direct property or do not use complex investment structures like gearing are cheaper to administer, probably due to simpler accounting and auditing. Their investment costs are also lower. These differences are important. The range of service offerings used by SMSFs and the wide range of their costs means that a simplistic focus on the size of their asset holdings is an inadequate and insufficient approach to assessing whether a particular trustee has received appropriate advice. A more nuanced approach is called for when seeking to determine whether an SMSF is in the best interest of its members. The cost of investing in complex assets would be higher versus those who do not invest in complex assets. An SMSF with a modest balance invested in listed instruments by the trustee directly is not in the same position as an SMSF with the same balance invested via an expensive portfolio management service. Even if starting small, if the question is whether the SMSF will grow within a reasonable time frame, and the intention is to move to an SMSF, for those able to make large contributions, there are tax advantages to moving with a smaller balance rather than moving with a larger balance in a few years. An SMSF does not have to be the cheapest option to be competitive. The presence of insurance, its coverage and cost is dependent on the personal circumstances of members, irrespective of the size of the asset pool. The ATO have published the average expenses by expense type. The average expenses by expense type runs from 2016, 2017 through to 2021, through to 2020, 2021, and you can see this on the ATO website. They cite that the total expenses for the 2020-2021 financial year was 15,507, with a median expense by type for the same financial year totaling 8,611. I've said a lot in this video today, so if you are curious about an SMSF and whether it is right for you, send me a message or make an appointment with me and let's have a chat around whether a self-managed super fund is right for you.